Hi,
Hello,
we are back. I'm Cornelia.
I'm Jessie.
We are so glad to be with you again, doing the DBT. And just a quick reminder on the rules. Remember to review the rules on watching our DBT series at Hope Speaks. And we're going to not waste any time, but actually get straight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have been, as you said, talking about DBT.
Yeah.
We've a few times kind of told you guys the different sections of DBT that we plan to get to all of them.
Yeah.
But we've paused and kind of spent a good amount of time on mindfulness and one skill we talked about there that crosses over a few of the DBT sections, but definitely mindfulness was that 5 senses. If you did not see that, you can go back and find that one.
Correct, exactly.
Right, definitely worth watching. And so today, we wanted to continue this talk about mindfulness.
Correct, yeah.
It's just
huge.
so it's huge, and it really is a big content area, but important skill to get. Okay.
We feel like mindfulness is like the core to DBT. It's the foundation that builds all the other tools and skills that we're going to be talking about.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is read.
Shall I show this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to read something that we just both feel like resonates with us about the different states of mind.
Yeah.
And Cornelia is showing this Venn diagram of a picture of them. So we have emotion mind.
Yeah.
We have reason mind, and we'll explain these. And then overlapping in the middle there is our wise mind.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so that's kind of the diagram. Go ahead, Jessie.
Yep. So to better understand mindfulness skills, it helps to understand these 3 states of mind. At any given time, each of us, we could be in reason mind, reasonable mind, in emotional mind, or in wise mind.
Typically, we're in one or the other. Typically, right?
Yep. And before I continue reading, I'll just say these are all in theory neutral, right? Emotion mind is not bad inherently. Neither is reason mind. It's about finding that balance and having awareness of them.
Both states come to inform us, right?
Yeah.
They come with information to inform us to make better decisions. However, we don't want to act just on one or the other.
Right.
Trying to get to wise mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So reasonable mind is what you think to be true. So think is the key word there. It is when you're acting or thinking about something without emotions present.
Yes.
Okay? It's logical, it's planful, rational, just the facts kind of thinking.
Right.
Okay. So that one's pretty clear. Just the facts kind of thinking, what you think to be true.
Yes.
Now our emotional mind over here on the other side is what you feel to be true. Key word is feel, right? It's when you're acting or thinking entirely based on emotion without that planning, without using logic or thinking about consequence. We've all been there, but just acting through emotion. And now our wise mind, the overlap here,
in the middle,
is what you know to be true. Okay? That balance of thinking and feeling, what you know to be true. It involves an intuitive form of knowing, thinking, or acting that uses both your logic and emotional information.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I think those explanations really help. And if all you remember there is reason is what you think to be true, emotional mind is what you feel
to be true.
Okay? And then this wise mind is the overlap of both. What you know to be true when you pull the emotion and the logic together.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Let's give a quick example. Would that be okay?
Yeah. So one example that comes to mind that I know you and I've given before, because it's simple, right? We could get complex, but we don't need to do that here.
No.
We're here for a few minutes, right?
Yes.
So think about whether you're a dog or cat person, okay? Either one, you see puppies, you see kittens, you visualize what you would like, and you emotion mind. Let's do that first.
Yeah,
okay?
that's
So
easy.
so kittens or puppies, whichever visual we have, our emotion mind tells us things like, oh, they're stuck in this cage or in this crate. I have to rescue them. They need me, right?
Right.
I have to save these guys. They, that it's that emotional urge speaking, right?
Right.
Reason mind is, we were joking earlier, telling you things like, I don't want cat pee in my house, right? I don't need to train a dog.
Right. Right.
Dog food's expensive. Pet food's expensive. I can't do these vet bills. My apartment, my home, whatever, they don't allow animals. The logic, right?
Right.
And then the wise mind example with the puppy kitten thing is pulling both together. It's going, okay, based on what my reason mind told me, I can't, but I feel for these guys. Maybe I can post a picture online on my Facebook, and I have some friends who are looking for a pet, who need a pet, right? That might be a good option. It really pulls those things together. That's what you know to be true there, instead of just the feels or just the facts. It's meeting them in the middle.
Exactly. And a quick one that I wanted to give is kind of like the road rage, right? We have a lot of road rage going on, and so you're driving down the road, somebody cuts in front of you, and you are immediately angry, and we all have been there, and your emotion mind thinks of all these things it wants to do. Revenge, I'm so
surge.
angry,
You
right?
see red.
Surge, exactly. And so I'm completely in my emotional mind, and if I act out completely on my emotional mind, the consequence might be dire, right? And so it would not be reasonable for me to act out on my emotions. However, they're so high, I don't know what to do in that given situation or circumstance. And so what I might do, because we are going to be continuing on teaching DBT skills, is use a distract skill from DBT to help bring my anger to a more reasonable place, so that I can access my reason mind and come to, once again, the middle truth. It would not be good for me to do that. I might get pulled over. I might cause more road rage. There might be some violent activity that happens because of my anger at the person that got in front of me. But before we get there, sometimes we got to come down.
And even, you mentioned the distract skills, which, as Cornelia said, we'll get to.
We will be talking about those,
But any skill, even the five senses, which I mentioned we did cover, is a quick one you could do to help, you visualize that pendulum that swings to emotion. And it's almost as if this reason falls out the picture, and you have none of that. That part of your brain's turned off. You can kind of visualize that,
right? Emotion is so high.
Emotion's so hot. It's on, right? So a five senses skill would, in effect, kind of pull that pendulum that kicked over back to the middle. Right?
Exactly.
Lots of things you can do to avoid that emotional acting on the surge we were mentioning.
Correct. So hopefully we stayed within reason and we didn't go over our 10 minutes, but I think we might have just a little bit. I'm not so sure. I can't really see the timer. But hopefully you guys understand that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Our email address is on the web, on our Facebook, and on our Instagram. We'll get back to you. Remember, we are not a crisis center, so we can't do any 24-hour crisis type of work, but we will try to get back to you within reasonable time to address any questions.
Yes, to address questions. And once again, I'm Jessie, and this is
Cornelia.
Yeah.
Signing off, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you all.